All right, this is going to be kind of an epic launch day haul. I have several planners here and stuff that you can't see. I will say some of these things were sent to me by Erin Condren because I'm a creator for them now, which is like an affiliate, but we help make content. They sent me a handful of things. Most of this was purchased by myself because I do have a sticker shop. And so I need to test out colors and I need to test out layouts and stickers in the different planners. So I actually do need these. I would say a large portion of my customers are Erin Condren users. And so I do try to make myself well versed in the Erin Condren universe. So I do have a lot of planners. But then some of the other stuff is just because I actually do love Erin Condren and I wanted to pick a lot of this up. So I'm going to clear this all off. We're going to talk about every layout and every design of their planners. We're also going to talk about some of their new accessories. I will say the accessories were pared down quite a bit this year and I kind of liked it, but I know there was a few things that I was really missing, like the mini bookmarks. Where are they? I really would love Hexagon mini bookmarks. Maybe they'll bring it with the calendar year. Maybe we can beg for that. I mean, they make the covers, so I think that they could make those mini bookmarks. Let's beg for them because I know so many of us were missing them. Okay, let's get started with the planners. Okay, we all know that I have this one. This is one that I keep talking about. It is the Erin Condren Hexagon, and it's in the new dashboard layout like this. I love this layout. This is probably going to be my planner that I'm going to use personally. And this was sent to me actually from Erin Condren to do my launch day video. So this one is separate from all of these, but I will be comparing this. So I'm going to set this aside and then bring in this pile of planners. I know it's a little intense. Even for me, looking at this is a little intense, but I'm going to move it aside and we're going to talk about some of the free gifts that you get. I know this is still available right now, but as of now, with every purchase done as an EC Insider, you get this Life Planner Sampler Pack. And it's done on the same paper that's in their planners. And it's just a way for you to test out all of their different layouts. I think this, if you're a calendar year, oh my goodness, why can't I get it off? If you're a calendar year planner, you start in January, now might be a good time to buy some accessories and get this to just try out. And then you can purchase the correct planner that would work best for you in January. This gives you 9 weeks of planning. So you can actually start this week. It started this week. They're all in different layouts and all of the different themes, so you can test out which one you want. Unfortunately, they don't have this available for purchase. I wish they would, at least not that I know of. If they do, I'll link it below, but I don't think that they do. And I wish that they would because it would be so nice to pick this up and play around with it. I want to show you what I did. I'll show you after I finish showing this. So let's flip through this and I'll show you what you have in here. So if you did get your planner, you know that the monthly for May and June are actually included in this year's life planner. So if you have this and that, you can actually dive in right now and use all of these different layouts. This is the new dashboard page that they have made. They're calling it something different now, probably because they don't want to confuse it with the dashboard layout. I think it's called like the monthly overview, something to that effect. They have changed it up just a little bit. This box used to be here. These two boxes used to be on this side. And this box used to be just blank, and now it's a long to-do list, which I love so much more. And then down here, this box has shortened a little bit. So these boxes have more room, which I like the changes. It's not like a huge change or anything, but I do like these changes a lot. Here we have the Hexagon, which is their colorful layout this year, and you have the vertical layout. So in the vertical layout, you have no lines. There are 3 boxes, actually 4 if you want to count this, that are blank, no lines, except down in this section there are some lines. And in the Hexagon version of this, you will have these gradients of the colors of the month. So April is this purple color, May will be this peach color, and so the days that are in May will be peach, the days in April will be purple. They have the month up here, and then there is no mini calendar on this side anymore. I know some of you are going to be sad about that. I think I think a lot of us are excited just to have more planning space. So you have this big, long, lined area. This is actually the layout that Erin Condren started with. And they were labeled morning, afternoon, and evening back then. But this is pretty much it. It's changed a little bit, but I have always loved this layout. Honestly, until I joined the planner community, this is what I ordered every year. And then I started seeing people do cute things with the hourly and I got into that. But I love this layout. I've always loved this layout. I probably used this one for 6-7 years every year. So that's a great one, that in the Hexagon. The next week, we have the Bouquet theme in May. You can see Bouquet is kind of this like almost khaki rosy color. And this is the horizontal layout. So the horizontal is amazing if you like lines and you like writing long to-dos or different things. You need space to write. You have this huge space and then you have an open box here that you can fit a full box or do different things in there. I've seen people put a picture a day. That's so cute, and use this for memories. It's a really great journaling space. The Bouquet theme has this really cute script up here, and it's quite muted, earthy tones in this. In fact, I think they're calling the Bouquet colors earthy. And then you have the hourly. This is in the minimal theme. So the minimal theme for Erin Condren has no color. It's very, very simple, very classy and professional. So if you are a professional, this may be something that you would like. The hourly has hours from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. It has open box up here at the top that you could put weather or holidays or birthdays or different things like that. And then it does have a box at the bottom that is not timed. So if you have a late evening event, you can put it down there. The hourly used to be the only layout that came with habit trackers. So it has these 2 habit trackers down here. I don't really understand why hourly gets it, but vertical doesn't, or even like horizontal. I guess they could put some like here. I don't know. I'm not sure why they made that choice, but hourly is the special one and they get a couple habit trackers. So if you like habit trackers, which I already said my opinion about habit trackers, you may like the hourly. This is the new dashboard layout that I want to use. And it gives you your days all on the left side. It goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I've heard some people, this is a notes section down here. I've heard some people wish that the notes was up here. So it would go notes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday would be at the bottom. That could be a good choice too. I kind of consider Friday, Saturday, Sunday all the weekend. To me, Friday has always been part of that weekend, so I don't mind it the way that it's laid out, but I get why people might want that. Next, you have a priorities box, just an empty box, and a habit tracker area here with 6 habits, a to-do list that has 14 to-dos, and then a huge notes section at the bottom. I love this layout. It feels just super, super functional. I think this is great. This may be like the perfect planner for me for getting stuff done, and I'm really, really excited about it. And then we have the Daily Duo. The Daily Duo is kind of an all-in-one. You have a weekly at the beginning of every week, and it's Monday through Sunday, and then you have 4 to-dos for each day. So you have this weekly overview page, and then you have a daily for each day. And this would obviously be the 7x9 daily. It's 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then a blank spot here, to-do list, and then this big area, blank area here. I wish that they would just carry the to-dos all the way down. That would be my perfect daily, actually, but it does end, and then you have to figure out what to do with that box here. So the holidays are listed like this. You can see the Memorial Day written above the Monday. And you actually get a full week in here. So you'll have a week of planning in a daily to see if dailies would work for you. And here you can see June is starting, and June is this really pretty mermaid color, I think is the name of it. Kind of an aqua. You do get a notes section at the end of the week before it starts the next week with the weekly overview. So every week gets a notes page and a weekly overview page and 7 daily pages. So those are chunky books, and there's 2 of them. Here we have the next month's monthly overview or monthly dashboard in the Bouquet theme. So we have kind of more fancy fonts. You have the script up there, and then their serif font. They do have shading here and here that will match the month. June is kind of a purple color, and same layout as the Hexagon, but just you'll have different colors and different fonts. Bouquet will definitely be more muted. And then we also have a Bouquet vertical. You can try out the more muted colors here. I really, really like this June color. It's very pretty. And you can see on the Bouquet vertical, they don't do the gradient of shading for the boxes. Only the top box is shaded and there's no shading in this bottom area, where on the Hexagon, they're colorful vertical. This bottom area is shaded to match the color of the month. So it's purple here and kind of you can barely see peach here. No shading except that top box on this one, and then the month is in color. Here we have a horizontal in the minimal. I actually really love the fonts that they chose for the minimal. It's very cute. No color, very, very simple. Here's where they put the holidays in the horizontal layout. And then here is the hourly in the Hexagon. You can see the bright, bold mermaid color will be at the top. There's no other color in the hourly. It's actually quite a simple layout, except for the June here. And by the way, these little boxes at the top just signify what week we're on. That's not in your normal life planner. It's just helping you look here to see what week you're in. Holidays are listed here. We are Juneteenth, National Independence Day, and Summer Begins. You can see are there with the little habit trackers at the bottom of the special hourly layout. Here we have the Bouquet theme and the new dashboard layout. And I really like the fonts in this. This one turned out beautiful, very minimal, and I really feel like the neutral colors give it a very minimal theme. And that is it. So if you get a life planner now, you can just get started. I want to show you what I did. So I have a punch that it's not the same exact as Erin Condren's punch, but it's similar enough that I was able to punch mine of this and put it into here. So I'm going to get started on this right away. I put them in right up here. Here's where this begins. So I punched them. They're actually snipped so I can pull them out and in, but you can see it's very imperfectly done. But they work and I can barely tell. So yeah, I'm excited to try all these different layouts in here. And I am going to be doing plan with me's in each of these so you can see what stickers work in each of these different layouts. Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. I will link that punch below. If you're wanting to add your pages into your planner, these ones are still kind of stuck together. That's how you would do it. So I'm excited. I think that it's going to be so fun over the next couple months to plan in these different layouts and try them out, and we'll see. I'm really excited to jump in. This is going to be my weekly from here on out. Another thing that you get with your life planner order, if it's your first time purchasing, that is now when you're going to get your Perpetual planner. They do not give this every year. I know they got a lot of feedback saying that people don't want this every year, that it's something that they don't need year after year and they have no use for it, because it's kind of one of those things that once you fill out, you don't need to continue filling out. It's a place to put birthdays or keep track of different things. I liked getting it every year because I usually put a gratitude a day, and I have all these little Perpetual books with little gratitudes for the year that I loved. I don't know if they're going to offer them for sale now, but they only come with people's first time purchasing a life planner now. And then everyone getting a life planner now gets this. So I ordered several planners, so I actually got like 4 of these, and I'm excited because I love this pen. So they say that the colors may vary, although every single one that I've received so far for all my planners is black. So I'm assuming for now that they're giving black, but I like that because the new pen packs that are available for purchase don't have a black in them. So you get one for free with your life planner. Then you get 2 postcards in here. And then this card has a 20% off code on the back of this. So these are your 2 free postcards. I really like this change. They used to give business card size compliment cards, I think is what they called them, which I now have a stack like this big of them because I've ordered for so many years from Erin Condren, and I don't know what to do with those. Occasionally I've given them away or put them as a gift tag on a present, but I'm excited about the postcards though. So this one says hello and it has a postcard back. And then this one says, friendship is a gift that lasts. I just think these are going to be really fun to send. And I am more likely to do this sort of thing than I am to do the compliment cards. So I think this was a good change. All right, now that we're past the gift with purchase, let's show the new planners that I received. I know this video is going to be long and I'm sorry. So every planner comes with that pack that I just shared, and it comes with this new bookmark. It's a stencil bookmark, which I love. It has all sorts of circles and squares, this little dome, some rectangles, flags. I love this like highlighter. I think that's what it's for. So you can draw a straight line And then it has a ruler on the side, a little squiggly line there. It's actually really handy. I've used mine several times. So every planner will come with this. They have 3 new themes, which we've kind of gone over. One is the bouquet. Another one is the minimal. Here is that one. And then, of course, the last one is the hexagon, which looks like this. So I want to do an overview of these different designs. All of these layouts come with the vellum that is just plain now. So every single one comes with this clear vellum. At times in the past, the vellum was printed to match the different designs, but this year the design was printed on this name page. I honestly am kind of sad that the vellum isn't printed, but this is pretty too. All right, so here is what the name pages look like. I love the beautiful florals in the bouquet. The minimal has no design on it. It's just very simple and professional looking. And of course, the beautiful colorful, which I am sure you know is always my preference. I am a colorful girl. I love this. You also can choose the coil. So I'm just going to show that really quick. 2 of these are gold. 1 of these is silver. And then you can also choose rose gold or a multicolor. And the multicolor goes from like a turquoise to a pink. I don't have the multicolor, but I do have a rose gold. So this is the rose gold one. Let me hold them all up so you can see. Here are the 3 coil options. I am always partial to gold. I like yellow and those kind of warm colors, but I know there are definite people out there who are rose gold people. And I know some people just like the platinum, which I do too, honestly. I like all 3 of these. And the platinum is no upcharge. That's what your life planner comes with. If you decide to go with rose gold or the multicolor, it is a $10 upcharge. All right, now I want to show you some of the inside pages comparing these. Here is the opening page of the horizontal. I am absolutely in love with it. This is what the opening page looks like in the minimal planner. You can see it's like that light harbor gray with the printing over here on the side that's kind of going off the bleed, the edge of the page. And then here is what the bouquet opening page is, which is absolutely gorgeous. This kind of muted floral that is stunning. So here are your different themes that you have this year. This calendar page is very, very minimal in all of them. The difference here will be the font choices. So in your bouquet, it has that serif font that's really light and airy. And then you have that bold, cute font that Erin Condren is known for in their colorful planners. And then in the minimal, I actually love this new font. It's kind of in between. It's a little bit bolder than your bouquet, but it definitely has a more subdued look than the cute font that's in the hexagon. The next page is your yearly overview or your 12 boxes. And the hexagon has a little bit of color in here. It's actually mostly neutral down here. This is just gray. And then you have the little bit of hexagon sticking out on the top of the page like that. The bouquet has the colors in their boxes. So here are the 6 different colors that are in the bouquet, and then they're repeated on each side. It's very beautiful, kind of pastels. And then here's your minimal with no color, very simple. And then actually they say different things at the top. This one says a little progress each day adds up to big results in the minimal. It says the same thing in the hexagon, but it's different in the bouquet. So the bouquet says have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish, which I think is really nice. Next, I want to show you the tabbed pages. So in the hexagon, they are very bright. They're Erin Condren's classic colors other than their change if they're December. And then here we have the pastels, the muted colors in the bouquet. And then this is what the tabbed pages look like in the minimal. And the minimal is pretty much the same for every month. So January, February. I actually think this is so cute how they have the word going off the edge, but it's all in that super light gray with the month. So this would be really fun to do like a collage of pictures from your month, or you can do this as like a vision board for the month. It really leaves it open for you to do fun things with it. That's a great thing about minimal is you can keep it minimal like it is if you need it to be a professional, no nonsense planner. But if you decide that you want to But it also leaves an open canvas for you to make it so fun and your own, and use those sticker kits and not worry about it clashing. So that is what the minimal looks like. I'm going to move it aside because we really don't need to flip through every single one to show it to you. And I'm going to bring out these two. I'm going to flip through each of these months so you can see what they look like. They do have different quotes this year. They used to have the same quotes in each one. The Bouquet has quotes that kind of are florally, like this one for July says, "Let yourself fully blossom." And then it has July written over it in that beautiful script. I love these so much. I also love these so much. I think they're both great. This looks like Easter to me, these colors over here. I think it's very fun. All right, so here is July. This one says progress over perfection. August says how beautiful change can be in the great yellow. This is always my favorite month. And then August over here is this dusty pink that says, don't underestimate the power of a planted seed. I love that they made all of the quotes floral themed or plant themed, which I think is really cute. September is the purple in Erin Condren, and it says you are right where you need to be. And then September in this one is yellow, and it says all the flowers of tomorrow are seeds of today. October is orange in this one, and it is this like denim-y blue in the Bouquet. This says focus on the good growing all around you. This one says believe that you can do more than you thought. November is this great blue. And then November in the Bouquet is kind of a sandy khaki color. And it says, give yourself permission to grow and let yourself try. Here we have the new December green, which is called Apple. And someone said this reminded her of camo, the colors that they chose for this hexagon. And it does. Now I see camo when I'm looking at it. I still really like it, but those yellows up there kind of do make it look like a little bit camo-y. Over here in December, you have this gorgeous lavender color, and it says every season of life has its own beauty. Over here, a little progress each day adds up. And then after December, we repeat the colors. So January is that great green. This says keep going, keep growing in January. February is that beautiful pink again. Even flowers need a season for renewal. March is this buttery yellow, bloom at your own pace. Then we have that denim-y blue in April, slow growth and strong growth. May again in that khaki color. Contentment and happiness bloom from within. June is the purple again. There is time to grow and there is a time to bloom. And then we have another July. Growth is silent, steady, and unstoppable. And then it goes into the notes section. So there are all of the different tabs in this one. And then in Hexagon, we have January, success is a journey, not a destination. February is the pink, honor your person you are becoming. March is the minty green, celebrate along the way, celebrate each day. April is the more cool toned purple, let yourself be proud of how far you've come. May, we are at the peach color. Progress isn't always linear. June is aquamarine, or no, mermaid is what this one's called. Pivot is part of the process. And then we have the gorgeous July navy color. The only constant is change. The tab opens up to the month. In the hexagon, you have the color of the month is in the navy color, and then you have the navy hexagons coming up the theme. It's easier to see maybe in the yellow. So you have the yellow August and the yellow hexagons up there. The Bouquet has a shaded notes section over here, and it has a floral in there. And then the July 2025. Other than that, this is pretty neutral. And then the minimal is obviously the most neutral with no color. The fonts are different. It is just a completely blank slate. Okay, the last page I want to do a side-by-side comparison of is the dashboard monthly overview new page that they've done. So you can see that the layouts are exactly the same in all of them. There's just slight variations in the colors that they use and the fonts that they use. They're all lined. All of them have this line box here and the 4 check mark box here, and then the long to-do list. They have different fonts at each of the top of these that match their theme. So it's the script font for Bouquet, that bold font that brings in the color in the hexagon, and then the very, very neutral in the minimal with the cute new fonts. So this one is just completely black and white neutral. This one has the color in the stripes here. It's a muted version of the monthly color, the full vibrant color in the July, and then the blue stripes. This one also has that same idea. So the month up here is that pastel green color. That is the July color. And then the color is brought into the shading for the titles of those boxes there. So they're all pretty neutral this year. There's none of the hexagon coming in or the bouquets coming in. I know some people were a little bit sad about not seeing the design on this page, but I know other people are really excited that it's a blank slate in the design they choose. I know I am. I love the hexagon theme, but I like my actual planning pages to be pretty simple so that I can do what I need to on there. But I understand for those of you who aren't decorators or stickers or something like that you want to see the design on your page, and that's why you buy the colorful. By the way, I know that Erin Condren really does listen to their customers and that they do a survey every year that they'll email out to everyone who purchased a planner. Make sure that you're taking those surveys because I know that they read them and they have made the changes this year based on the feedback that they've received from that survey. So if you are sad about a change that they made or you wish that they would make a change, make sure you're filling that out. All right, the next page over is just a notes page. So you'll have the dashboard on one and the notes page on the other. The difference here on the minimal, it's just going to be the super light Harbor Gray. This one in the July month will match the July color, and this one in the bouquet will match the July color. So that is pretty much the only differences in here. Next, we're going to go into the different layouts. I do not have a hexagon in every single layout and a bouquet in every single layout and a minimal in every single layout, but I do have a variation of all of the layouts to show you. So if you didn't know, the only A5 available now will be in the Daily Duo. They do not have a weekly A5 unless you're going to get the undated ring bound weekly. They are keeping that. Other than that, the only A5 will be in the Daily Duo in rings, in coiled, in everything. That is just based on what customers were buying. I do love the A5 Daily Duo. I use this through a lot of my nursing school. You can probably go back on my Instagram and see all of my posts. And this is in the hexagon. I also have the 7x9 Daily Duo here in the bouquet. So just to show you the size difference on them. This is the 7x9 and in the bouquet, and this is the A5. They both go from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Their lines are the same height, but they are longer in the 7x9, shorter in the A5. You still have this bottom section that doesn't have a time on, so if you have an evening event, that's there. And then they both have the to-do section and the big box area. This one just feels a lot more roomy. For a daily, an A5 feels like enough space when it's just for one day. But I know a lot of people love this bigger size. So they're both extremely popular. And then I'm just going to show you the covers that I chose for each of these. So this 7x9 was actually sent to me. I didn't choose the cover that went with this one, but they sent the minimal cover there. So that's like the standard minimal cover. And then your second Daily Duo, it's a two-piecer, will always have the inside cover. So you choose one, and then the design that you chose for inside, the second cover will match that. So if you get the bouquet like I did, you get the bouquet cover. The cover that comes with this will not be the metallic version. So if you get the hexagon, it won't have the sparkles on it. If you get this one, it doesn't have the gold glitter through it. So just be aware of that. So if you do want the one that has the foil pieces in it, you'd have to order this cover and you'd get two versions of the cover, one with the foil and one without. So these are the covers I got on my 7x9 Daily Duo. My A5 Daily Duo is the hexagon inside. So the cover that came with my second book is the hexagon without the little cute confetti. And oh my goodness, that's probably my favorite cover ever. So there's no foiling on the second. And then this is the cover that I chose, which is absolutely gorgeous. I put my name on it in all caps. And this cover is beautiful. It has like a pink inside. Love it so much. So there is my second Daily Duo, my A5. In my live shop with me, you may have seen me design this one. This is the minimal cover, but they have an option to do these pictures on the front. I just put family pictures and my name right here, and I changed the background from that gray to this blue color, and I think it just turned out so cute. It's so fun to see my family on there, and then I put a picture of my kids on the back. Inside of here is the vertical layout in the bouquet. And I feel like we went through a lot of these in that sample book, so I'm not going to totally go into all the specs of each of these. I also picked this one out in the live shop with me. I love these new striped covers. There's several different choices you can make. I chose this creamy one, which I thought was so pretty. I think it looks nice with the silver, but it would be gorgeous with a gold coil. I can't wait to move this over to one of my gold coils. So inside of here, we have the horizontal layout in the minimal, which I've shown you, but it looks like this. So very, very neutral. This is the one that you've seen me show several times. It's the dashboard layout in Hexagon, but I wanted to show you here is what the Hexagon looks like with the cute gold confetti. So you won't get any of this on your second daily duo if that's the one that you chose. So here is the dashboard layout. And then this is one of two options for the bouquet cover. So they have this blue background one and then the pink, more subdued one. I'm in love with this cover. This one has the gold confetti throughout it as well. So I think it looks so pretty with this gold coil. It's gorgeous. So inside of this is a bouquet hourly, which I think is beautiful. Very excited about this one. This may be one that I use as well if I decide that I need to go back to hourly. So keeping this one on hand just in case, but this cover is stunning. So I'm going to end this here as part one of my haul. I know that this was a long video. It's a lot of layouts and themes and all the things. I just want to thank you so much for watching. If you are planning on picking up anything from Erin Condren and this video is helpful to you, I will have my affiliate information below. I don't know why, but my Erin Condren affiliate link only tracks every once in a while. So if you make a purchase, I appreciate it. And if you would like to, I don't really feel super comfortable asking you to do this, but if you'd like to, I will also have a form linked below where you can put in your order and the order number in total. There's just information that I have to fill out because it's only tracking maybe like 10% of the orders that are being done through my links. And I have to like turn it in. It's so annoying. I'm so sorry. I know that that's a lot to ask of you. So if you don't feel like doing it, I get it. You can still try to use the link and see if it will go through. And I'll just cross my fingers. But I appreciate it so much. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was entertaining. I hope that you're as excited about the Erin Condren release as I am. I think that they did an incredible job this year. I am so excited. I haven't been this excited about Erin Condren for a while. I missed the classic EC style, and I feel like we have it back. So, all right, part two will be coming up. It will have all the accessories and the other covers I chose and all that sort of thing. So I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to y'all very soon. See you. Bye.